Oh shit. What is this?
Yeah, you got it.
Bring it here.
Oh, video game.
Behold!
Bring it here.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. You're doing a good job, like, she has that game. Okay.
What is it?
It's the game.
Yes.
What is this?
We're gonna start with Team Skull.
Ya boy.
Or my waifu is Kuro Neko from Remo.
What?
Now she's cool, but
How many times do I have to state she's not my wife?
now she's cool, but my actual waifu and only have eyes for is Gasai from Miraniki. Alright, I'm sorry to say, but we actually live in a hookup generation. We've seen too many stories of your friends being like, wow, my girlfriend
Into the
cheated on
mic.
me. Tell me, would Gasai ever cheat on you if she really loved you? She is with you for life. And God darn, the way she speaks heavens, she's an angel. Yukiteru, that man is lucky because if she came to me every morning and said, Derek, I would live my life. Oh, what's that? You had a bad day at work because your boss was giving you a hard time? She kills him!
Yeah, overrating down there anyway. In a world where technology is starting to surpass humanity. Actually, yeah. I mean, 20 years ago, we had like, what, N64? Now today we have artificial intelligence, like, that's really cool. And now, since last night, I had an amazing experience with IA.
How was it?
I met her yesterday.
Was it in
And it
VR?
was the most beautiful thing I ever seen in my entire life. I mean, who went to a Vocaloid concert once?
Yesterday.
Except I.
So like it's love at first sight is what you're telling me. Love at first sight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she's so cute. I mean, how?
It's hard to choose.
I mean, when she started singing, I mean, it was. I saw her differently than Hatsune Miku. I mean, it was live. I thought it was practically in front of us. I mean, it was magic.
All right. Team Skull round 2.
Now I see you talked about, height and technology getting bigger. Have you ever heard of a picture diary?
Oh!
Let me explain to you. Yuno has this diary that makes her know everything her love interest, assuming me, knows what he's doing every 10 minutes. Tell me another girl who even cares about you every 10 minutes. She's there updating you, wanting to know your every single move. How can you deny the love of a woman like that? Also, she's cute.
I'll let you see the bus for a bit. I have a lot of things to see about Miraniki, but it's 2000.
No spoilers.
Yeah. But, I mean,
If you got
it's not
nothing to
my
say,
first
something.
sight. I mean, it was really an amazing experience. I mean, it was really beautiful. I loved every single song she sang.
Name
It
one.
was beautiful. What can I say? Wasn't really ready for this, but
It's all right, man. If you got nothing to say, it's fine.
Yeah, even though I didn't like playing around, for me it was like.
That's gonna be okay. No. After. So both of you did a pretty good job. Ever since I saw 2B, I have a robot fetish, so that gives you points. I like you on the race. You get points for bringing a prop and a beautiful love story, by the way. But
I'm not really gonna do it.
but this guy laid down this, so I gotta give it to him.
Fuck, man. Shit.
So yeah, I'm giving my vote to Team Skull.
Yeah, boy.
It's your boy. It's your yeah, boy.
Well, he clearly understands what true dedication is, and he completely wins my role.
For real though, I think we can all agree that the point of this panel is to talk some shit. And my boy Guzma here, he so I cannot. But I do like I'm a huge fan too. So.
You hear about people saying, Gurren Lagann's airing, my waifu is Yoko. SAO is airing, my waifu is Asuna. Raiki is airing, my waifu is Yuno. But they move on. What you gotta look for is the people that remain loyal to those seasonal waifus. And to still love Yuno after all this time, I have to give it to my boy Guzma.
Woo! Yeah, boy.
I just want to say really fast, I was in a vendor dealership and they sell packages of random stuff, and one of them included trash waifus with a picture of Yuno, and I beat his ass.
Good on you. So, before we go on with round 2.
I mean, I'm sure you see a lot of girls in anime, they have their cute moments, their lovey-dovey moments, particularly with the main protagonist, and they will say stuff like, I love you and stuff. But I love you has become such a trivial word these days. Yuno straight up says, I will protect you. And while that's great, that is fantastic, I'm a good looking guy, I can handle myself. So really, when she's such a special girl, that I really want to say to her, no, I want to protect you. Because she may be second in the survival game, but she's first in my heart.
I'm sorry, I like your arguments and all, but you know it's creepy. Seriously, you said earlier she checks about your life every 10 minutes. Yeah, that's really. Like, you can't even go to the bathroom without her asking you, where are you going? What are you doing? And just standing at the door waiting for you. That may be a little too much. And what if the relationship don't really work out? You can't just walk out of a relationship like this. She will, no, she won't kill you. She will just keep you as a prisoner forever, probably.
Like in
So,
stalking.
yeah.
Okay, I get your arguments. And I do know that few would say that Yuno is creepy. Very few, but still, there are girls people who would say that. But I definitely would have been fine if I wasn't a fan of the crazy. But you also mentioned how did you word it exactly? That was creepy to look on you every time. Actually, what did you say? I'm actually curious, I forgot that. I had such a good rebuttal and I forgot it. But I'm glad, see, because she must be such a good waifu, because you didn't even talk about yours. And you know what? She's the best waifu.
That's it. It's already did that.
I did talk about my wife earlier. I just couldn't miss the opportunity to talk about yours. Because she has a lot of defaults. Sorry. Urza is great because when she wants something, she just gets it. If she wanted to move a mountain, she just do it. And you talked about loyalty. Urza would die for her friends. She would fight to every last bit of her energy to save her friend. So just imagine what she would do for love. And with all of these battles, all the time, she does all of this while looking stunning, but not because she's trying to, just because of her natural beauty.
Okay. See, a lot of people are really that bad. Like, actually? Okay. Well, Guzma, you said that you put aside her crazy side. When you love, I embrace it. You can't change it in the minute of me giving my judgment. No. When you love a woman, you gotta accept every single part of her. You can't ignore it. You don't have to love her crazy side. That's okay. You don't have to love every aspect of someone. Or you gotta at least accept it. You can't ignore it or make it like it doesn't exist. So I'm gonna have to give my vote to you.
Now this is a tough one. They're both go-getters. Both of them are pretty strong-willed, I'd say. One going for pure education, and one just strong as steel, standing on her own. But personally, I have to say that sometimes too much might be just a bit too much. So I'll go with, again, Water Tribe.
Okay, so I watched a bit of Fairy Tale, not everything, and I know Urza as a character, and to be honest, she's kind of scary, bro. Like, I don't see her as a lovable character. Like, she's fucking scary. But the fact that you are able to talk about her in a way that I couldn't see, I have to give you respect for that, because it kind of made me look at Urza differently now. Am I talking to Mike? Okay, I look at Urza differently based off what you said, and I think that's really good. Like, that means you really love her enough to make other people see her differently. You're able to talk about your waifu and say that you love her even though she's a crazy ass bitch. Mad respects to you, but I'm gonna have to go with him because he honestly really truly shows that he's in love with her. That's just me.
Woo! Let's go! Yeah, boy!
Now, Water Tribe, I think you brought up an interesting argument that I would have liked to see develop more, maybe to bring down the behemoth of a waifu that is Yuno. But as my colleagues have said before, to be able to embrace Yuno's crazy side like that, and to be able to love it so much, it makes me admire you, but maybe a bit fear you too, because to love a yandere to that point, you got to be a little bit kooky yourself. But love is about kookiness, so I'll give you my vote, making it 2 to 2, which means.
So, audience, by applause, Guzma.
Yeah, boy! Let's fucking go! Yeah, boy!
Water Tribe? Okay, can I ask you one favor? Could you just do the Water Tribe exit?
Oh!
So, we're going to take Make America Great. So, tell me, what's your name? What's your name? Yeah, or whatever.
Oh, remember what you applied. Do I have to name my wife again?
No, just something so I can call you something.
Sure. Just call me Yo, I guess.
Yo, I can work with that. So Guzma, your waifu.
My waifu is Yuno Gasai from Miraniki.
And Yo, who is your waifu?
Yami from Danganronpa.
So Guzma.
Kind of pinkish whitish. No, like the one that's kind of like down a little bit. It's kind of look like the kind of like the.
I didn't watch that.
So Guzma, you can go ahead.
Alright, so I know we can't do any spoilers and it really hurts my face, but keep in mind I will respect that. But I think if anyone who has seen Miraniki, I think we can all agree that what Yuno did was single-handedly the most greatest show of affection and love anyone has ever seen on this planet. Yes, I agree. And yes, you may say she's crazy, but I say love is crazy. And if love is crazy, that's just simple math. Here's a diagram for you right here. If this is love and this is crazy, Yuno is clearly over here for the crazy, which means it's an actual perfect lineup for the maximum love that a woman can give.
Alright. Now, first of all, I just want to say, okay, there are a lot of people that come into your life. And honestly, there's only about one person that can actually come in there and change your life. And that, for me, was Yami. There's used to be a time in my life where I actually thought that every day is just going to be the same. I go to school and then just everything happens. But honestly, when she has so much, when she's so much carefree in her life, playing games with no care whatsoever, it just kind of shows you just got to make the most out of everything. And honestly, Yuno just came out of nowhere. Actually, it's a spoiler, but you know what I mean. She did something.
You know?
Yeah, Yuno did something to Yuki, and you know what it is. It was at the end. And to be fair, yeah, it was a lie. It was a lie. She came out of nowhere. Sure. The song was crap anyways.
But the opening to Miraniki was excellent. Yeah. Can we agree with that? Thank my opinions of the opening was amazing. Now I see what you're saying. She did do some bad things. But she still loved, and she didn't have just any anime character, you'll all see them, they just love the character because they're just supposed to, because the main character, plot armor, etc. Yuno has a specific reason. Like, yes, Yuki, I'm gonna say myself, let's say I gave love to her. I gave her hope. That gives me hope to be with her. That was my wish. Her wish was to be with that guy. My wish was to be with her. And we're going to talk about just on safe value. Yes, she's a beautiful woman with some great morals. But she also is a top ace student. She's tops in the class, has great cooking skills, cleaning. She does everything for you, for your man. If you're into the maids, I don't know where that guy went. Yuno is a top tier maid.
Everyone's into the maids, man. Come on.
Like she pulls off without even the costume. How's that?
Well, she's a high student too. Like playing video games, honestly, you gotta be pretty talented to actually somewhat make a career off of that, especially in school. To be fair, I think she's probably just as talented as, except with all the killing and stuff like that. But, I mean, to be fair, she does, actually no, that's a spoil, but she does something. Well, you said something about, like, a wish and stuff like that, and honestly, that is pretty great, but Yami, she makes it happen. She actually will treasure everything with you. She doesn't just wish for it. She will make it happen, no matter what. Even if for some reason it was gone, she still believes that whatever that day will have left, it will return one day, and we'll able to share that experience again. Okay, that's it.
I kind of feel like the no spoiler rule kind of screwed you guys, but we'll try to work. I like that you said your waifu actually changed your life and gave you hope in life. That's what you said, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. It's 11 right now. Yeah. Mom's gonna get mad. And that's a very important thing. Your woman gotta change your life. Like, otherwise, you don't really have an attachment to her. You can just move on to the next one. But that means you actually have a little bit of her inside of you, and I like that. I'm not done.
Oh.
But yes, you get the vote, but... Wait, Guzma, I heard your wife who likes killing.
What?
I haven't watched the anime, so I didn't know that. So... I'm giving you even less of a vote now. I'm sorry, I know we both like a waifu that can be dedicated to her man, but that's just too much. It's just something I had to say.
Well, now killing is one thing, but dedication just, if you can see through that kind of trait, I'd say, of the character, that is very strong dedication to your waifu. And the way you spoke about craziness for love, and this is coming from a guy who learned a new language, learned how to dance, wrote a book by hand, traveled 2,000 miles for what I thought might be craziness. It kind of is a bit. And I like your graph. I really like your graph. But that spoke volumes to me, and you, my friend, get my vote.
Yeah, boy.
I don't really know who I want to vote for, to be honest.
Yeah, boy.
You guys both sound very dedicated, so I'm actually gonna pass the mic to him, and I'm gonna think about it. He's gonna pass it back to me because right now I haven't made up my mind who I'm voting for.
On the contrary, my mind was made up from a sentence that I heard that affected me deeply, because it showed me that a greater man was before me. When you said that you loved your wife, realizing that her love was for another man, that showed something admirable. To be able to love someone that doesn't look at you, that is love in the purest, most beautiful sense of the word. And from that point on, my vote was yours.
Okay, after his statement, I guess I have to go with you. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I agree.
All right.
So, it's 11:21 right now. We got 10 minutes left. Are you guys ready for our last round? Yeah. So this one is a bit special. I brought some swords.
What?
You guys are gonna fight to the death. Like, I got disclaimers over here if you want to sign them, please. It's both, like, release and carpet cleaning. No, just kidding. Get your ass sit down. I mean, okay, if you guys really want to fight,
just start.
Look, I'll meet you in Chinatown like 10 minutes after the panel is over. But for now, we'll try to keep it non-violent. I'll take bets. 2-1 on Guzma. Okay, so for one last time, state your waifus.
Yuno Gasai from Miraniki.
Akali from Across Frontier.
Who?
Someone who doesn't kill as the only option.
For love, it's a battlefield. It's the only option.
Guys, just start. we got like Not even 10 minutes left.
So to summarize everything I say, my love for Yuno is almost stronger than her love for anything. 'Cause I always feel like in this relationship, I'm actually the crazy one. This is how it happens that Yuno seems to be the closest one that fits my being. I'm happy to get the swordplay. But I gotta say, I know spoilers, we're not gonna talk about spoilers, but I think we can clearly agree that Yuno is absolutely the #1 waifu. Absolutely captured my heart because I've never seen another waifu, not even another girl, they didn't look. I think someone mentioned before, my girl, she mentioned how like, you're never gonna get away from her. And you're just gonna fall into it. Yo, I took that fall, I dived head deep into it. I'm not looking back because my love for Yuno is stronger than anything. Stronger than her killing potential.
Well, I'm glad that the no spoiler rule is cut off at the middle of any season, because that means that right on the borderline is where I conclude that mine is better than yours. Because where yours, killing is the only solution. Because for yours, killing is the only solution. All the time, no exceptions, unless it's something even worse. In episode 12 out of 425, the solution to a Zentradi rebellion that was armed and wanted to kill civilians just to make a point was not to kill them, to make them put down their arms willingly through words. And that got all but one to do so. And only one person had to be killed to put down that rebellion. Someone who would have killed countless others if he had been let to live. So she saved lives where yours takes them.
Yeah, fair enough. I see. So I guess your waifu doesn't love you enough to kill someone. Is that what you're trying to say? Because I can definitely see where you're coming from. But deep down, yes, you can take the killing away, which is exciting. You gotta admit, at least at the bare minimum, Yuno is definitely not a boring girl. At the end of the day, what you really want, she doesn't want to go and kill everyone. She just wants to be loved. And that's at the end of the day. When you see those cute moments, that's when it's gripped me. It grips my heart. All the killing stuff grips my excitement. It gets that flair. But when she actually has those cute moments, where you can tell she's just an innocent little girl who just wants to be loved. She wants to put this killing beside her. And she clearly says it. But she just wants to be loved in the end. And I'm going to give it to her. And I'll give you this mic too.
When Yuno saw loss and went through hardship, she let it destroy her psychologically. She became broken, unfixable, and became dangerous. When Ranka did so, she persevered. She got through it, and she did so with a spirit that made it so that people didn't even realize there was anything wrong that she'd seen, because they had no reason to believe that. She looks at people, and when she sees them, she knows if they are good in their soul or bad in their soul, without needing to have others kill for them. She will kill if necessary, but it's not the only solution. It's the last solution when it's necessary, and only when it's necessary. And that's why I worked 55-hour weeks in a factory just to be able to afford those bloody expensive Blu-rays.
Okay. That was the best one we had yet. Jeez. So, make America great again. You told me your waifu saves lives. I'd like to ask you one question. Is she willing to put herself in danger to save another one's life?
She did so in the first 2 episodes.
Good.
Do I make that question?
Like, we already know the answer for your waifu, man. That's kind of powerful. Someone who's actually willing to not only not be selfish, but be totally selfless, put their lives in danger to save somebody else's. Like somebody else's life is worth more than theirs. Just pretty good. On the other side, Guzma, I've hated your waifu this whole time. But you just gave me a new perspective, saying that you felt like the crazy one for how much you're in love with her. Would you be willing to kill for your waifu? amount of work you put in to buy all your Blu-rays, that's some serious dedication, but I gotta give it to Guzman.
Your boy.
We have the strongest contenders sitting before us, and I really am torn. I mean, then again, everybody who's been up here just to defend their wife is pretty freaking dedicated to their thing. So, anyways, this brings back a question: is all fair in love and war? But I, to be honest, I don't know how we can define what true love is. You have someone who is willing to kill for you, whether it's and someone who is willing to give their life for you. You can say hypothetically, yes, there are moral boundaries here. I understand. I'm sorry, but then again, just the sheer insanity to be able to take up a shield or a sword for another is just, I'm at a loss for words here. So I'd like to thank you for your arguments, but I honestly cannot give my vote to either one of you.
What?
I'm sorry. I would give it to both, but I'm just that torn. I'll give it to both then.
Yes.
Okay.
So, I commend you for the amount of money that you spent on your waifu. However, money isn't everything. Gotta keep that in mind. You, on the other hand, how do I put this? Okay, love is different to each and every one, right? Like, the way you feel about your waifu, the way everybody else in the audience feels about their waifu is completely different. So I think I'm gonna have to give my vote to the person who was able to express it in the most simplest way. And I think I'm gonna have to go with Guzma just because he was willing to make himself look like a freaking psychopath in front of us just to prove that his waifu is the best. Like, I gotta give him respects for that. Like, come on, like, I think you're crazy, bro. Like, I commend you for that. You wouldn't back down, so you know what? Congratulations, you got my vote.
Torn really is the word. Torn is the word. What I see here is love that is passionate, fiery, wild, makes almost no sense. And what I see on the other side is love that is almost realistic, that I can understand, that I could apply to real life situation, to understand the sacrifices that you have to make for love, the investment that you have to put in it, the fact that your waifu isn't perfect, but she tries her best. And in a real life scenario, that is what I would go with. It's realistic love, the love that makes the most sense. But this is a love for waifus, 2D. So it's normal that it's crazy, insane. It's already crazy to begin with. So I have to say, I'm sorry. I love your love. But Guzma, you have my vote.
Guzma, come here. You may declare your waifu the best on the microphone.
Fight me!
Yeah, if you want to get us on camera, I guess the time is now.
Wait, my phone! Should I say Otakuthon 2017 kind of thing? Whatever. All time. All time! You know it. Let me know when you're all ready. So, you know Gasai? The crazy psychotic bitch with a heart of gold is the best waifu in the world!
Woo! Yeah, boy!
Yeah, boy! Woo!
So thank you to all who participated. It's getting late now. Go to bed, get rested for tomorrow, and have a good rest of the con. Thank you.